a backbone of our families, communities, and economy. For the PLP, this is not just talk, it's action. Since coming into office in 2017, we've taken action and have made steady progress towards a fairer Bermuda for women. Through the BEDC, we have promoted economic empowerment for women, creating new opportunities to get funding and guidance that for too long was often received only by a privileged few. These programs are opening doors for women who want to do for self, support their families, build wealth, create jobs, and contribute to our economy. We've expanded access to job training programs and scholarships, recognizing that women who are changing careers, re-entering the workforce after raising children, or facing other challenges need support to succeed. And we didn't stop there. We recognize that one of the biggest barriers for working women is the cost of childcare. That's why we raised the eligibility threshold for daycare support, providing relief for countless families and ensuring that women don't have to choose between their careers and their children. Compare this to the OBA's record. During their time in government, there was no significant policies to support women economically. In fact, they failed to address barriers like child accessibility and did little to advance women's opportunities. Their cuts to essential programs like our public schools during their tenure hurt women the most, leaving many struggling to make ends meet, putting women's lives at risk by reducing screening from age 40 to age 50, or at least attempting to do so. We all know that prevention saves lives, early prevention saves lives. They reduced funding to education scholarships, severely hampering a woman's ability to get an education should she choose to. This election is about a choice. The PLP cares about uplifting women because we know our success is Bermuda's success. The OBA, on the other hand, has shown us what neglect looks like. Let's continue to build a Bermuda where every woman has the chance to thrive. That is the fairer Bermuda we are fighting for. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Bermuda. Today, let's celebrate the progress that we've made together towards creating a Bermuda where every woman has the opportunity to thrive. We are proud of our Bermudian women who have demonstrated time after time that they can beat any odd, push through many obstacles and challenges. We want a Bermuda that continues to value all women, especially those who have been overlooked. Women come from diverse backgrounds, face unique challenges, and bring different perspectives. Some women are single parents, juggling the responsibilities of raising children and caring for their aging parents, all while holding down their job or many jobs or an entrepreneurial business. The PLP is committed to governing with compassion, inclusivity, and action. For women, we've worked hard to break down barriers by expanding access to education, training, employment, and entrepreneurship opportunities. For our mothers, we have increased educational scholarships and funding for our children with the College Promise program and youth investment programs. We understand and live financial hardship experiences through our sisters, and that's why we continue to tailor healthcare services to meet specific needs, ensuring that every woman has a chance to live with dignity and independence. When you called for increasing the medication benefit through HIP and Future Care, we increased it. When you said you needed assistance for caregiving for your loved ones at home, we made a way to assist financially to make this happen. Although not perfect, it is a big help, and still many of our people do not know that it exists. For senior women, many of whom have given so much to our community, we've stepped up to ensure their golden years are filled with security and care by increasing pensions and not increasing the healthcare standard health benefit premium, which has brought peace of mind to thousands of women across Bermuda. This is what leadership rooted in fairness and equity looks like. Under the OBA, too many women were forgotten. Women were without the expansion of programs like the Child Daycare Allowance Program. Senior women struggled under policies that failed to address their needs. We've chosen a different path, one that puts people first and not profits. The PLP's vision is bold, but it is also simple. A Bermuda where every woman, regardless of ability, age, or background, has the freedom and opportunity to succeed. Because when women rise, Bermuda rises. Let's keep building a future where no woman is left behind. Let's keep sharing lived experiences so together we can ensure that Bermuda works for all of us. Thank you, Bermuda, for your trust and belief in this shared vision. And we want to keep moving forward together.
Good afternoon, Bermuda. Today, I want to speak about an issue that is deeply personal to so many women across our island: safety and security. Women deserve to feel safe in their homes, workplaces, and communities. Under the PLP, we have made real progress to ensure that every woman in Bermuda has the protection and support she deserves. We've also introduced laws to protect women from revenge porn, standing up for dignity and privacy in the digital age. We've introduced groundbreaking domestic violence initiatives that have strengthened protections for survivors. This includes increased funding for shelters and greater access to counseling and legal support. These are not just policies. These are lifelines for women and families who often have nowhere else to turn. Let's contrast this with the OBA's time in office. Despite the growing awareness of domestic violence issues, the OBA failed to introduce meaningful legislation to combat this problem. Their government did not prioritize resources for survivors, leaving women vulnerable and unsupported. This election is more than just politics. It is about people. It is about women who deserve to live life free from fear and who deserve to have a government that stands up for their safety. The PLP is delivering that leadership, and we will continue to fight for a Bermuda where every woman is safe, valued, and supported. Thank you.
Any questions? Yes, Gary Costis-Gutton, Bermuda Broadcasting. Do you have statistics to essentially support some of the comments you're making about the advancement of both when it comes to women working and women's wages in employment, the addressing of going to more serious issues, but issues that you were mentioning, Senator Simmons, about domestic violence, of people, of statistics of the effect the PLP's policies are having. Can you bring that into this debate, numbers and things like that?
Sure, I can speak to that. Thanks, Gary, for that question. The government has been very diligent with sharing the statistics, particularly as it relates to the workforce survey, in regards to how women are in the workplace and how the statistics around an increase of women in the workplace. We also, Bermuda Police Service also puts out statistics as it relates to the domestic violence in Bermuda. So those statistics are public.
But are you able to, if those statistics are public, obviously, we're just hearing about this now and you've been preparing for this press conference.
Sure.
Can you tell us anything about the impact, that tangible impact that the PLP policies have had?
Yes, so we can. I mean, if you looked at those reports, you will definitely see that the policies that the Progressive Labor Party has put in place is supporting women to thrive. And you will see that more women are in the workplace or in the labor workforce as it relates to other genders. And so there are statistics out there in regards to how our policies are improving the development of women in the workplace.
And if I could also add, yes, we do have statistics. Obviously, my colleague is the Minister for Social Development and Seniors and Youth. And one of her successes has been the increase in ability of women to get funding for childcare. So with respect to how women are being supported, our children are also being supported. So we're seeing record numbers or increased numbers of women who are able to apply for and receive help with childcare funding. And as my colleagues have said, many of these are in the public domain. So it wouldn't necessarily be the first time you're hearing it, maybe the first time you're focusing in on it, but we have statistics and many government departments release these on, if not a quarterly basis, a monthly basis as well.
Can I also add, sorry?
Sure.
That when it comes to domestic violence and revenge porn, it was this government that introduced it. So we don't have statistics prior to us introducing it. So we do have the numbers out there in the public domain. But this government wanted to put all women first to make sure that they are protected at all times. So this government did what they had to do to ensure that revenge porn, anything to do with domestic violence is something that we are looking at to make sure that they are protected. So this government was the one that introduced that, and we do have the numbers. Thank you.
So, just on one question, you're obviously putting a juxtaposition between the PLP's policies when it comes to women and the OBA's policies or practice. So, what are you saying? What are you going to say to all the women that support the OBA and are planning to vote OBA in this coming election?
I can start. That this election is about a choice. The Progressive Labor Party has demonstrated our ability to act. We put out a throne speech every year. This government has also put out a platform. If you look at our platform, you will see all of the progress that we have made. If you look at our throne speeches, you will see all of the progress that we have made. We are not just a government about talking. We are acting on what we said that we would deliver upon. And that is the difference. If you looked at the policies of the OBA, I'll leave it up to you to decide who actually acts on what they say they're going to do.
Sure. Okay, so what I would say on the doorstep, and I actually spoke with a young lady yesterday who hadn't made up her mind about how she wanted to vote, that our record speaks for itself. The things that we have put in place have directly helped young women. I have a daughter of the age 26, and some of the things that have been put in place, like the youth employment strategy and other things through the Department of Workforce Development, has directly helped young women who have careers, who want to advance their careers. Also in the healthcare area, we've done things that will assist women to live healthy, long lives. And I think it speaks for itself that we do what the people, the women in particular, need for us to do for them to be healthy, contributing members of the society. Did you want to? No? Okay. Thanks.
Further questions?
Sure.
In terms of the impact of the social services programs, is there more work to be done? And in what specific areas of the social services sector do you think more attention has to be paid? Should be paid?
Thank you for that question. It's a very important one. A community or a country will not exist efficiently if they are not constantly keeping their finger on the pulse as it relates to social services. We understand, particularly in Bermuda, that there are different levels of social economic characteristics in our community. So we understand that. What we do know is that there are many women who are struggling to balance their finances because they are the primary caregiver in the home. Our statistics tells us, particularly in the census, that our households are run by single parent households. And so when our parents are having to take care of themselves, their children, their parents, there's additional financial hardship put on our social sector. Now, while this is women focused, this does not mean that this does not affect males, because it does as well. It affects men and women. But because of the statistics that we have in regards to what our households are looking like, this definitely puts a hardship on women. Therefore, policies like the child daycare allowance helps to ease the burden of childcare on women, particularly when we make changes to our healthcare plans. Those plans also help to put money back into our pockets. So for instance, when we increase the premium of future care, the medication allowance, then persons didn't have to spend out that money to be able to have access to their medications. They could repocket that money and use it on something else. But there is an issue, I would say, in regards to affordable housing. Do we have enough? No. But that is something that this government is very aware of. And this is something that this government will be working on as it relates to affordable housing. And we've demonstrated that as well. We've already put 70 new units of affordable housing back into the market. And we have a goal of increasing that by, I think it was by 100. So, but it doesn't stop there. That will be a constant goal to be able to provide affordable housing for persons in our community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.